Welcome back to the next episode of the Prado build. We're going to move on to internal storage, specifically the back of the vehicle. We're going to throw the whole kitchen sink at it. So when we talk to our customers about how they might set up the back of their vehicle, there's a few things that come up. One of the things that they're considering is flexibility, how they might be able to use this vehicle on the weekends when they go camping and four-wheel driving, during the week when they're going shopping and taking the kids to sport and so forth. Being able to change things out quickly, put things in, pull things out, depending on what you're going to do. Functionality is finding ways to use wasted spaces in the vehicle and make them actually really useful. So for example, that space up in the roof, some of these cavities in the door that Toyota left empty and we don't quite know what to do with. So flexibility, functionality and clever use of spaces, they're all the things that we need for this vehicle as well. So having that in mind, we're going to start with this rear door table. Before we can do anything, we need to actually replace all this. This is looking a bit daggy. Light's not working. We've got a bunch of holes from different design sessions. So let's take this off. We've got a fresh one to put back on and we'll go from there. There we go. I think that's Simpson dust. Actually put plugs in all these. How close is that? Should I get some of this dust off?
I'm going to put on a French maid costume.
I knew you were going to say that. So we've got the main panel here. Oh, pretty. That looks better. There we go. Get a scan and might do something with it. We'll see. Start installing stuff. Black. Want to see what the black looks like? So Toyota had some triangles and a toolbox that was half full, so you'd have to relocate that. But we're going to go the caddy, the cage, utensil cage, rear door table, and then the kitchenette off the side. So the first thing you want to do is the caddy. Let's open it up. What do you reckon, black? Black looks okay? It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a bit tonal. Is that tonal?
Did it take you a long time to first design this product, the cage?
It wasn't too bad. I did the 121 first, so this one was a bit easier. But the story behind this was, I didn't think it would be that useful because it's so much shallower than the 121, but the depth is what gives it its functionality. So it's one of those ones I thought, oh, no, I won't do it. And this was the same. You know, we'd done this one, and then someone said, oh, can you do something with this little space? And because it's a weird space, it's like, nah, it's a waste of time, but made one and worked quite well. It's a good spice rack.
What spices would you put up there if you had to fill it?
Oh geez, has to be chili flakes, your pepper, a bit of salt, chicken salt, and Chinese 5 spice is good. So utensil cage, again, it was like 120, someone asked for this one, so we did this one, and someone asked for this, we did this one, and then to finish it off, the utensil cage. So I think in my other videos I said to use a pencil, but I find a little pointer prick things better. Slipped on that one. Better hide my mistake quick. After the first hole, all the other ones are easy. So we're not quite finished. We've got the finishing touches. We've got a little bungee cord here, and we've got a couple of things to lock that up. We'll do that one first because they're easy. There we go. Got plenty of bungee cord, so it's not an issue. So we push the knot through first. It's a tight one. I think it's winter and it's just a bit tight. There you go. Maybe because I so precisely drilled my hole. I suppose we want to make sure it doesn't come out. So tighter is better. There you go. There you go, innards are done. A lot of people make their own rear door tables, and when I started my journey modifying the Prado, I thought I'll do it a little bit differently and make it out of stainless steel. And I had a stainless steel rear door table on the back of my car for probably 3 years before I offered it to anybody to purchase. Someone saw it and said, "Can you make one of those for me?" And I go, "It's going to be too expensive." But at the end of the day, it's one of our most popular products, being 316 stainless, and then people ask them for them in black. And I go, "Why do you want them in black?" But I can sort of see why. They do blend in nicely. One of the biggest problems we had with the rear door tables was the corners would bend because the shipping people would throw them around, but having these little inserts on the end makes a big difference. Get the brackets unpacked. Tan, a friend of ours, so he had one for his 120 and he put a chopping board in there. And I thought, that's pretty handy. So I thought, can we do something that sort of clips in and doesn't rattle and you can store it well? And I went down the route of actually designing a plastic one that sort of had this funny spring thing that would clip in, but just it was too expensive and it didn't look that great. So I went and bought like 10 different chopping boards from all different places, IKEA, Kmart, Big W. But this one is the one that sort of worked nicely. Tuck everything in. It's always nice when you tuck it in. And there you go. I'll lock it. It's fine. Oh, did I, when we took the door off, maybe I unclipped something. Or did I? Just locked it from the inside, that's all. It's okay. It's just when I put the handle back on, it got locked.
We've got the open top style, so you should be able to fit most of your stuff as well as fit our electrical accessories behind there. The mounting surface, but also as a pocket. I have to get it in proper to know, but oh yeah, so much room for stuff. See what Tin reckons about this, because he hasn't actually seen it at all. This guy, like, but there's no different light line through there, and I try to pick up on it. Like, that goes. I'll ship these off the powder today.
Time to move on to the interior accessories. But before we do that, we want to put the seat covers on because the barrier actually goes over the top of the seats. Now, with the seat covers, we've gone for black duck. Those were the seat covers that were originally in the back of this Prado, and we did many trips and they served us really well. And we actually used black duck seat covers for our FJ, which is our current touring vehicle. So we're going to go the same. They're made in Australia. They're canvas but waterproof. So time to put them on. Airbag compatible. These look like the front ones. Waterproof, you can see the vinyl on the inside. We need the back seats, don't we? Let's do the headrest first, eh? We're ready to put the shelf, the barrier and the mollies in the back. of the vehicle now that the seat covers are in. Now we're going to be putting everything in this vehicle because it's a display vehicle, but you can pick and choose what suits your requirements, knowing that they can work together or independently of each other. So you can just have the barrier, you can just have the shelf, or the mollies, or all together. Now the shelf is surprisingly useful. You can get all the stuff off the floor and up into that shelf. Fits a surprisingly large amount of gear. All your quick access stuff like your coats and jackets, hats, fits up in there. Really, really useful. We've got the cargo barrier, the light cargo barrier. Now that's designed to be able to be taken in and out really quickly. It allows you to organise your cargo space better and stops all that soft luggage flowing into the passenger area, especially when you're doing four-wheel driving. And then we have the mollies. The mollies give you that extra mounting surface on the side and protects your windows as well. So let's get going. Cargo barrier first. Instructions. I better read these. I think my favourite was a cargo barrier, and that's the first one that was developed. But actually I have to install the mollies first. Let's get these ones in. Because everybody was asking whether they can run the shelf without the barrier, and we had people buying the barrier shelf, which was the shelf that attached to the cargo barrier by itself, and that doesn't work. So to avoid the confusion and give people more flexibility, we've gone to this standalone configuration. Barrier time. We have headrest brackets. Put them underneath the headrests. Barrier brackets attached to the barrier, and then we bolt it all together. So these just slip over the headrest, and we have some polyurethane sleeves, so no rattles, no noises. And the nice thing about this is if you want to remove the barrier or fold a seat down, just take the headrest out and you'll be able to do that. Left and right. Pretty sure that's the way. That looks better. I'll get the instructions. Yes, brackets inwards. Like this. You got a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
I'm pretty sure they're your hands.
Probably.
In the photos.
Probably. This design has evolved. It's not the actually original design. You know the smart thing to do?
Get in the back seat.
No, and slide the seats forward.
Doing a good job on making it look.
Instructions are for reading afterwards. You can find the better way to do it. I think right in the middle is good. Now that the barrier's in, we go tighten everything up. And that looks about right. Let's see if... Is that about the right reclination? Looks about right. Cool. Okay, what do you want to do now?
What are you thinking?
I'm just wondering if there's a way to support the middle a bit more, but we'll see what it's like once we screw it all in. But I think this is mainly, this pocket is for light stuff anyway. Okay. You've got nice even gaps there. Okay. I put one of these through my finger the other day. That wasn't pleasant. In your line of sight, it sort of sits in line with the top of the tyres. It'll probably disappear even more with the black plastic. If you run like a string across it, you can hang your tea towels in it and hats and stuff. Okay, let's see. Toilet paper. Yeah, you can squeeze it in. That's a good one. The wipes. You could hook a little bit of a bungee cord through there and a kitchen roll. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I can close the door with it. Not recommended. Not recommended. Now that's installed, we can sort of see what we need to do. But I think that's quite functional. Okay, what's next? We've finished installing all the storage items, the mollies and the shelf and so forth, but there's a few more things we want to put in, but we need to sort out our 12-volt first. That's why the car's half apart. But in the meantime, we'll leave you with a sneak peek with a product we've been working on.
So I just really wanted it to fit the body lines of the Prado. We've got this massive gap under here, and I really wanted to fill that. Actually follows one of the bend lines of the cars that are there, and then up to this corner where the mirror is there, and then finally up to the top in its normal position, as well as forward and backwards. So you can see that there. No interference between the aerial and the mirror.
What we have here is some 3D printed parts we've ordered. These are a little bit different from what we usually get. Let's have a look. Wow, look at that. So that's metal 3D printed in aluminium. This is one of the prototypes for our mirror mounts. The nice thing about this is we can turn these around in 4 or 5 days. So always wanted to get some metal 3D printed parts, and it'll be interesting to see how they hold up structurally. But yeah, all part of the fun. It's quicker than getting it machined. Potentially we'll use this more often in future prototyping, because if we need to change anything, we potentially have to change fixtures and so forth when we machine them, but 3D printing is so flexible that we can quickly turn around iterations of designs. Fixtures are jigs that we need to set up to hold the workpiece in the CNC machine. And depending on how you change the shape, if, for example, if we change the angle, we might have to change the fixture. But we 3D printed these in plastic already, so we're pretty confident that it'll work. But having it in the material that we will eventually make it out of is good. So yeah, we could test fit these up if you wanted to.
Happy to.
Yeah.